The recession has hit Hamilton County hard. Just this week, Sheriff Lee said he could be forced to close 500 beds at the jail. Commission President Greg Hartman is with us today with an update on just how much the Sheriff's Department is being cut. How much are we talking?
$3.3 million. It's a process, so we won't finalize this until November, but it's severe. $3.3 million doesn't sound like a huge number, but
it sounds pretty good.
Our 5th year in a row of cuts, so our general fund budget is off $100 million in the last 6 years. That's big bucks.
That is $100 million off in the last 6 years.
Right, it's $200 million next year instead of $300 million.
It's not just the Sheriff's Department that's affected. It's everybody, right?
Well, when you make cuts that big, you can't exempt any department. The Sheriff's Department's 40% of our overall budget, so you can't just leave that budget.
So he gets the biggest.
He's taken a large percentage of cuts, and you know, public safety is obviously critical, so we've got to maintain public safety and live within our means. It's tough.
But it's, if you arrest somebody and then they go to jail and they get immediately kicked out, what's the point?
Yeah, I mean, that's happening. You know, the jail, primarily 80% of our current jail population are people awaiting felony trial, so people that we can't let out. So we can't close any more of the jail.
So what are we going to do?
Well, we're not going to close 500 beds in the jail, I'll say that. We need to come up with savings elsewhere. I think, you know, for the 5th year in a row, these cuts are going to be tough because it's on top of so many cuts in the past, but the public really demands that we live within our means. You know, we're not going to raise taxes to fix this problem.
There are going to be no taxes raised?
No, I mean, that would be the wrong thing.
Don't you think it would make sense, though, at this point, though?
I don't think so. I mean, I think the public does not support us raising revenue for status quo government. They think that we can make the revenue that we bring in work to deliver government to Hamilton County, and I agree. So we'll make it work. We're going to make it work while maintaining our current jail bed population. It's not enough to begin with, so we can't cut that further. That's one of those off-limit things as far as I'm concerned. There are other areas, though, where we can cut and will. I mean, we're going to have to seek reductions kind of across the board. Everybody's got to chip in. The courthouse has been great partners of ours to not fight with it. I mean, I think we've all realized we're in this together. We can't spend more than we've got. It's nobody can order us to print money.
About the judges?
Sure.
So cutting judges?
Well, not cutting judges, but I mean, you know, they've dealt with a lot of cuts in the past as well and have been our partners in balancing these budgets. With revenue down, we run on a year-to-year basis. We've got to be balanced. We've got less money coming in, so we can spend less money on general services, and we'll do it.
I'm pretty sure they're not going to be real happy. No one's going to be happy about taking it.
No one's happy, and we're not happy about it either, but it really is, it's what is demanded of us. It's been a lot of tough decisions.
All right, the county and the city have a lot of duplicated services. We've talked about this before. In fact, last year, you and the mayor, Mayor Mallory, discussed combining city and county services where it would make sense. Why is that not happening?
A great frustration of mine personally. We did a lot of work. The mayor and I came to an agreement on appointing an independent commission to take a look with no preconceived notions over, you know, why should the city and the county do the same exact service in tough budget times? It makes no sense. But I've gotten no follow-through from the mayor on this, and I'm very concerned about it. And this is a year later. I got a commitment from the mayor to follow through on this, and he's not following through. So I'm frustrated, and I've tried to reach out to him time and again. I've had a very good working relationship with him while I've been president of the commission, but this is one instance that's very important to the citizens that live here about reinventing government, living within our means. We got to share services. He agreed to it a year ago, and he's not following through. So I'm not happy about it.
All right, I know I have to go, but I can't let this one go for a second. The independent commission came through. What did they say?
Well, we didn't. You know, we hired 3 co-chairs to co-chair it. We passed resolutions that mirrored the language saying that we would commit the city and the county to this. We raised money for the study to be done, and nothing else has happened. So,
are you saying that you are willing to combine forces, but the mayor has been unwilling?
Yeah, I mean, the mayor's not followed through on this issue, and I've waited a year. I've been very patient on this, but it's a great frustration for all of us. It should be a great frustration for the citizens who live here, because if not now, when on combining services that are clearly duplicative, but changing the status quo, kind of that status quo mindset exists, and it exists at City Hall, and that's why he's not following through. It's frustrating.
Okay, well, I wish I could ask you more. Well, we'll talk off camera, but we're definitely going to need to follow up with Mayor Mark Mallory's office regarding this, so expect a call, Mayor. The nation pauses to remember